Yo, what's poppin'? This is video number 10. It's your boy Bro, and I am your bro man. So special shout out to Lunar Lenz. Lunar Lenz is where speed meets light. They are the photographers that take these awesome pictures of my cars and motorcycles. Check them out. I've put their Facebook link in the video description below. We have a 2017 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. This is one of the premier motorcycles when it comes to cross-continental touring or long-distance touring. This has all the features, all the bells and whistles that Harley had to provide. This rear seat has a real good padded backrest with speakers at the back. You have speakers in the front. You have this big batwing fairing with the tall windshield. You don't get any wind when you're riding. It's got heated grips. This motorcycle is completely stock. Let's go ahead and look at some of the features. So this is the fairing, and it looks kind of sort of like a dashboard of a car. You have your fuel gauge, your speedometer, your tachometer, and this tells you the battery voltage. And this center screen right here, this has got your navigation, your stereo, your music, and all the other vehicle information. On the top of your batwing fairing, you have this little vent. You can open or close it. That's supposed to help you with the wind buffeting. They come with this little jack where you can plug in a headset and you can talk to your passenger if you don't have Bluetooth. The rider plugs it in here, and there's a thing where the passenger can plug theirs in. So this motorcycle is both liquid cooled and air cooled. These are the radiators that cool the piston heads. That this also acts as a wind barrier for your knees and legs. This is a long distance touring motorcycle after all. So it's got a little marker light on the fender up front, and those headlights, they are LED daymakers and they light up the road. This being a touring bike, visibility is a big thing. Basically, you have to be visible to other drivers. So you have a strip of LED lights here, LED lights up there, and then the tail light down below. You have a watertight storage trunk at the back, which also doubles as the passenger's backrest. What you also get inside the trunk is this 12-volt power outlet. These are the Rushmore Project saddlebags. What Harley did with Rushmore Project was to make these saddlebags more accessible to the rider without having to get off the bike. So it's got this little lever here, and you can just pull it and it opens right up. You have a deep, spacious saddlebag, and it's a hard saddlebag. These saddlebags are very easy to remove. You can pop these little lever looking things. There are two on each saddlebag. Why would you want to take the saddlebags off? Well, once you take the saddlebags off on the left side, that's where you can access the rear suspension and set it up as per your load limits. The passenger seat has this nice plush backrest with a little armrest looking thingies, and they have speakers on both sides, one here and one there. And today I have borrowed this motorcycle from a friend of mine. Now that we've seen some of the cool features, let's take it out on the road and see how she rides. I love the look of this dashboard. It's got so much information here, and this thing is very functional too. There's barely any wind that's hitting me, so this blocks most of the wind. This tall windshield, it stops most of the wind. I just feel a little bit of wind at the top of my helmet, but I'm just at the eye level here. So these handlebars are pulled back towards me, towards the rider. So it's pulled back towards you. Your arms are nice and rested and relaxed. You have floorboards, big floorboards, and on this side it's got the heel and toe shifter, so that makes shifting a lot easier. The seat, I really love this seat. This seat is plush and it's just wide enough. It's got a lot of padding to it, so this is the perfect seat on a touring motorcycle. Like, you could eat up miles. And it's got a cool little feature on the fairing. You see these little things, these flaps. You can open them if you want a little wind flowing your way. or you can close it if you want nothing. And this motorcycle is meant for two-up riding. So what that means is you and a passenger, so two people, two-up riding. The passenger seat looks really comfortable. Ooh, and it also has a gear indicator. It tells you which gear you're on. Right now I'm on third. This is a 950-pound behemoth. You feel all of the weight when you're stopped, but once you're moving, it doesn't feel like that. I'm doing about 45 miles an hour, and it really doesn't feel that big and heavy. I mean, it feels you feel that it's big because it's right in front of you, but it does not feel heavy at all. Let's see how this puppy moves. It's a Harley. Of course it's gotta move. What were you thinking, bro? What were you thinking? Let's take it around some corners and see how it does. A lot of fun around corners. This was a big surprise for me. I was expecting this bike to be big and heavy and hard to maneuver. Well, this motorcycle has no mods, but remember I told you that these LED headlights, they light up the road. Let me show you a clip of me riding it at night, and then we'll go and talk about the cost of ownership. Hi guys, it's me, I'm back. Before we get into the cost of ownership, if you like what we do here at Bhroman, give us a subscribe. We would really appreciate it. So taking an average of 5,000 miles ridden in a year, you would need to do an oil change at every 5,000 miles. So the oil change service at your local Harley dealership costs you about 280 bucks. So that's $840 over 3 years. And you would need a new set of tires at 10,000 miles. So that's about $400. That gives us a combined cost of about $1240 over 3 years. Divided by the number of days, it's a little north of $1.10 a day. Yo, did the punk do the cost of ownership video again? I hate that guy. Okay, getting back to this motorcycle. See, I told you those LED headlights, they really light up the road. They're called the day makers, and they do. I'm not sure if you could really get that in the video, but in person, it is amazing. Let's take it out on the highway and see how it rides. Riding it on the freeway is so much fun. This bike feels so planted and so stable. It doesn't wobble when trucks pass you by, those big trucks pass you by. It's really planted and it feels very stable. The big windshield really comes to life on the highways. You feel nothing, no wind. This is beautiful. This is amazing. It is comfortable, it's powerful, it's got all the features, it's really stable. It looks pretty good in my opinion. I love it. So is this a good bike for beginners? Well, it is a little heavy for someone who's brand new to motorcycling. If you've never ridden a day in your life and you want to hop onto a 950-pound motorcycle, there's gonna be a little bit of a learning curve, especially when you come to stop signs and red lights and stuff. When you stop, you feel all of the weight of the motorcycle on your legs. But hey, if you feel you can handle it, take it out for a spin, take it out for a test ride and see how you feel about it. If you can handle the weight of this motorcycle, then yeah, go for it. This is an amazing motorcycle. Well, all good things must come to an end. Let's head back, let's give this a score and wrap up this video. Let's give it a score. So on the looks, it's a 9 out of 10. On the Braap, it's an 8 out of 10. On the maintenance, it's 7.5 out of 10. And on the comfort, man, it doesn't get any better than this. It's a 10 out of 10 for a combined Bhromance score of 8.6 out of 10. Why would you want to get a Harley Davidson Ultra Limited? Well, if you want to go touring long distance, then I mean long distances, you want to carry a bunch of stuff with you, you want to be comfortable, you want to ride in style, and you might want to have a passenger. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.